This is a Sunday morning stretch class, so we're going to be just on our mats today. Hi Denise. If you may need a pillow or a block. You may need a pillow or a block or a couple of pillows to make yourself more comfortable in some of them. See how you go, but just have them to hand anyway, so you're ready. So what I want you to do is you're going to lay down on your mat and bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Okay, let's go. So say, have any pillows or blocks you need nearby just in case you need them. Always make sure you're comfortable when you're stretching, and more importantly is make sure you're not holding your breath at any point. Okay, so let's get started. So you're going to lay down. Let's just get those out of the way. Okay, lay down if you're not already. And then just place your feet gently flat on the floor, so about hip sockets apart, just nice and parallel with each other. And I just want you to start with a few deep breaths in and out, so we can just get into a nice position, nice relaxed position, ready for our stretching. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a long breath out through the mouth. And again, nice deep breath in through the nose. And a long breath out through the mouth. Just continue with that breath at your own pace. And while you're doing that, I'd like you to think of any tension you may be feeling in the body. Just let it go as you exhale. Don't hold on to any unnecessary tension. Just home in on that tension, and then as you breathe out, you're just going to let it go. Just be aware of how your body feels right now. Be patient. Just be patient with yourself as you breathe in and out, just homing into how you feel. Okay. So our first movement is going to be, we're going to do a few little pelvic rocks before we start, so pelvic tilts. So at the moment you should have a little gap between your lower back and the mat. It just should feel normal for you. You're not exaggerating it, you're just in your normal position. So when you breathe out next time, I want you to do a little pelvic lift through the pelvic floor, and then just lightly rock the pelvis so your back gently flattens into the floor. Don't press it down, just sort of lose the gap underneath your lower back there, and then just allow the pelvis to rock back to its natural position again. So again, with these stretches and these sort of mobility, you need to be patient with yourself. So I want you to continue with the little pelvic rocks. As you exhale, pelvic lift, just drawing into your lower tummy as well, your lower abs, and then just releasing. And while you're going through this little motion, just think about again how that feels when your back is laying on the floor. Just pause for a moment, see how that feels. And where does it feel everywhere else as well? Watch your neck, watch your shoulders. Make sure you're not tensing your jaw. Allow your head to be heavy on the floor. And just continue with those pelvic rocks, just really so we're mobilising the lower spine and the pelvis. Okay, and then when you're ready, next time you do a little pelvic rock, I want you to tilt the pelvis and then push into the feet. So you just lift the lower half of your back and then roll it down. So it's barely a lift, it's just lightening the load on that lower back and then just rolling it down, and just doing that a few times. We're just peeling a little bit of the spine away from the floor at a time, and just keep the movement flowing. Okay, so we're just coming up, breathing, and then rolling back down. Back to neutral every time, so come back to your natural arch. And maybe you're feeling that your spine is moving a little bit better by now, so you can maybe exaggerate the arch slightly of your back, in your lower back, if that feels good for you. Remember, you need to tune in to what's feeling right for you today. Just move with the breath. Try and get everything to flow. And slowly lifting up. Now come up a little bit higher, so you're actually pushing into the feet, squeezing the bottom cheeks, and then rolling back down. That's it. And again, so pushing into the feet, peeling up into your bridge. So now we're coming up a little bit higher. Just check that your hip bones are level, because although we're sort of mobilising and we're stretching, we still want to think about alignment through the body as well. Keep your neck nice and long as you come up higher and higher. Try not to sort of crunch the neck. Just squeezing, sort of think about that, shining the knees away from the hips as you come up. So you're really opening out through the front body, and we're starting to work the back of the body. There is a little bit of work involved in this as well. Just a little bit. Muscle activation. Okay, now I want you to bring your arms up if you feel comfortable to. Bring your arms up. Just start by taking them up so the fingertips are reaching to the ceiling, and then you're going to roll down and just float your arms down with you. And then go again. And as you peel your arms off the floor as well, how does that feel? What's happening? Is there any shift in the pelvis? Are you starting to sway a little bit? So you need to sort of engage your core a little bit to help stabilize you as you're coming up. If you've taken your arms away and you're finding you're a little bit swaying around, try and be stable and smooth. Okay. Lifting up. Can you hold your bridge and take your arms a little bit further over? How does it feel? Don't force anything. And try not to let the ribs flare up. Keep the ribs down. And then as you roll down, float your arms down. We're just going to do 2 more of these. Just moving. Breathing in at the top. Breathe out, roll down. Back to neutral. And last time. Rolling down. And just releasing on the end, and then when you're ready, just step your feet off the floor one at a time, hug your knees in, just take a little gentle rock side to side, just massaging through your lower back there. Okay, very nice. Right, step your feet down to the floor one at a time, and now we're going to roll onto our side. You may need a pillow here to support your head, so roll onto your side. Your knees are going to be bent. You may want to place a cushion underneath your head here, and you're going to bring both arms out to the front. And just make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Get comfortable. Right, I want you to push this top knee down into the bottom one, so you're really stabilising through this lower half. The hips and the knees do not move. Okay, have your hands lower than your face, so make sure your arms out in front of you are not right up here. Have your hands a bit lower, head resting down, and then I want you to just reach this top arm forward, push the top knee down, and you're going to slowly open back. Follow your hand. Take a nice breath in. Be patient. Exhale, slowly close that back down. Follow the line back through. And again, reach forward, open out. Nice breath in. Look at your hand, keep the knees pressing down. And then come back through. And again, reach forward and open out. So really opening through the front of the shoulder and the chest. Nice little rotation in your spine. And all the while the hips and the knees are staying still. Look back at your hand. Let's do this twice more. Breathe in, open out. And exhale. One last time. Reach forward. And then bring that all the way to the front. And relax. Now just make a mental note of which side you're on. So which side are you laying on? Because before we do the other side, I just want you to lay onto your front. So when you're ready, turn yourself over. Just need your pillow. Just need take that away from you. And then I want you to lay down with your hands just here by your, sort of out in line with your chest and your shoulder area. Just try and relax the shoulders, the elbows in a little bit. You're going to stay looking down. Feet, lower half is relaxed, so just give your feet a little tap out here. Keep your feet on the floor, take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're just going to gently lift up into a little baby cobra position. So we're not forcing ourselves, we're not pushing, trying to get as high as we can on these first ones. We're just really seeing how it feels. And then slowly coming back down with a nice breath in. And then again, exhale. So I'm not pushing into the hands here, I'm just using them like stabilizers. So a little bit of light support. Okay, and then just coming down. And again, just moving into this really smoothly with the breath. So exhale, come up. Stay connected in your center. Inhale to come down. And then again, a bit like you did when you were doing the bridges, see if you can come up a tiny bit higher each time now. Just a tiny bit. And we're not forcing anything, we're just breathing out, lifting, elbows are in. Really lengthen rather than just pressing into the hands, rather than pushing up and coming up as high as you can. Just sort of really think about sort of lifting and lengthening out through the crown of the head, feet stretching away and coming back down. Okay, and again, breathing out. Just going to do a couple more. So go a little bit higher if it feels comfortable too. And one last time. Breathing out, lengthen. Breathing in to come down. And you're going to push yourself up onto your hands and knees now. So press up. Bring your knees in underneath you. Okay, we're just going to do a nice little cat-cow stretch here. So in between our, before we turn onto our other side, we're going to just stretch the back. So breathe in to prepare. Exhale, lift through the pelvic floor. Tuck the tailbone, drop the chin down. Really stretch the back and take a breath in there. Separate the shoulder blades. And then exhale as you just uncoil, just lengthen out through the spine. So tailbone is going away from you and you just shoulders down. Push the floor away. Allow the belly to sink here and then go again. Exhale, lift up. Take a nice breath in and then a long breath out again as you just lengthen out. Lovely, just one more of those. Nice little stretch. How does that feel? And then lengthen out. Lovely, and then just sit back towards your heels. Stretch your arms all the way out in front of you. Again, be patient with your body. Allow yourself to sink and settle in. Just focus on the breath here, feeling the ribs expanding on top of the thighs as you breathe in. And as you exhale, let any tension go. Okay, and then just make a little connection in your center again as you slowly bring yourself back up. And then we're going to go onto the other side for our arm openings again. So turn around. Get comfortable, so maybe a pillow underneath your head. Bring your arms out to the front here, lower than your face. Top knee is pressing down all the time a little bit, and then a little engagement through your center. And then when you're ready, take your time, nice breath in, and reach it back. The first one is always nice and slow, just sort of testing the water, see how far you can go comfortably. And then you repeat that again. So nice breath in as you expand the rib cage, look back. And then exhale. Think of pushing all the air out the lungs. Nice breath in, open out. And then exhale. And just squashing all that air out the lungs. So reach forward and open. Pushing the knees down, trace it back through. Good, and again reach forward, open out. Come back through. One more time. Reach it forward and open. And then bring it all the way back through. And relax. Good. How does that feel? How does that feel so far? Okay, now we're going to go lay on our back. So when you're ready, slowly turn around. So this may be different to our other classes, our hip classes and our Pilates classes. This is nice and relaxed and slow, so you can really get the most out of your movements and think of your mobility and your stretching. Okay, so for the next one, bring your feet and knees together, arms away from your sides with your palms flat down. We're just going to do some knee sways. So you're going to, when you're ready, you're going to breathe out, slowly take the knees one way, head the other. Don't go too far on your first one. And then inhale through the center, rolling through. Keep your feet together and then look the opposite way to your knees. So the knees are floating one side and your head is looking in the opposite direction and your palms are down. Think of your shoulders staying down as well. Just allow the head to be heavy here. Exhale. Inhale. And just get this movement again to flow one side to the other. And then when you're ready, I want you to take it over to one side and just hold it there. So take it over and just hold it there, nice and still. And just breathe in and out a few times, relaxing. As you exhale, just relax into the floor. One more breath in and out. And then just make that connection into your center again to help you carry the knees back through the center and over to the other side. Take your knees over, look the other way, palms are down still, shoulders down, and just breathing in and out. Really breathing into the side of the ribs here. And then slowly bring your knees back to the center again. Okay. And just bringing your hands onto the ribs and onto the lower tummy. And I want you to just let the knees butterfly open. So soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to open out, opening the hips. So one hand below, one hand on your ribs and one hand on your tummy. And I want you to take nice deep breaths in through the nose. Feel the belly rise as you breathe in, and then as you exhale, just feel the rib cage and the tummy lower, flatten down. Just stay here with a nice few deep breaths in and out. Just really releasing the hips. Allow gravity to do its work for you. You're just using the breath to help assist that gravity. The knees slowly sinking open. One more deep breath in and out. And then if you release your hands and bring them down and allow your hands to carry the knees together, okay, and then just gently pull the knees in again and have a gentle rock side to side. Okay, good. And then when you're ready, step your feet down to the floor one at a time, and you're going to slowly roll over onto your side and all the way round onto your hands and knees. Coming through here. So you should feel quite relaxed already here. So placing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Find that nice sort of quadruped position. Uncurl the toes here, just relax your feet. You can give them a little tap into the floor if you want. Now push the floor away from you, but don't lock the arms out. Just sort of push the floor away so you can feel that in your shoulders. And just lift the tummy muscles in to support your back here. And I want you to extend your right leg out behind you and bring your left arm up. And just turn the thumb up on that left arm and dial the toes down on the right leg. So really maintain that nice strong position. Just hold it here, just breathing in and out. And then slowly bring that in, and we're going to switch sides. Keep your body really still. So extend that left leg out. Float the right arm up, thumb up, toes dialing down, and keep that nice tabletop position with the back. So make sure your back doesn't sink. Just breathing in, breathing out, holding nice and still and steady. And then slowly bringing that back down, and once again sit back towards your heels, hips go back towards the heels, reach your arms forward. Just breathing in and out. And then walk your hands over towards the right hand side of your mat. Just keep your head in between your arms, hips are back, and you're just breathing into that left side body. And then slowly bring your hands back to the center. Just take a breath in and out here. And then walk over to the left side of your mat. And again, a few deep breaths. Come back to the center. Engage through your center a little bit as you bring yourself back up. Just always using those little lower tummy muscles just to help you when you start to sort of move from one position to the other. Right, now you're going to extend that right leg out fully again, this time onto the ball of the foot, and I want you to just gently rock forward and back, just nice and lightly. So think about your lower body here, right into the lower leg, into the heel, into your calf muscles. Again, keep that little sort of pelvic tuck going on, so your back's not sinking here. Shoulders not sinking, push the floor away, tuck under. Just gently rock forward and back. Okay, so I've got my right leg out nice and straight. What I'm going to do is just lift that right leg and sweep it across the mat towards the left side. And then I'm going to bring that left leg, is going to turn in slightly. And then we're going to slide back and sit back into this sort of modified pigeon pose. So lower that back knee towards the floor if you can. This is where you may need a block or a pillow. You might want it underneath that opposite hip. Okay, I'll leave that up to you, but I want you to feel that stretch in your glute there. Just coming down. You can rest your head on your pillow and your block if you want to, so you could be here. If you can get down this low, depending on your flexibility. Again, don't force anything, just go to where you can, what feels right for you. You can stack your hands up if you want to, and again, just breathing in and out. Okay, engage your tummy muscles again, and you're going to slowly pushing yourself out of that side, and we'll do the other side. So left leg out straight, calf stretch first, gently rocking forward and back. So feel that on the underneath of the foot as well, into the heel, the ankle, and the lower leg. So think about how that's feeling as you're rocking forward and back. Keep that pelvis tilted under a little bit. Nice long spine. And then just hold that calf stretch there, just pushing a little bit more into that. Okay, lovely. And then just moving that other foot across so that your foot's going across to your mat, and then you're going to take this leg and slide it back and sit back into this sort of modified pigeon. Or get stuck on the mat. So you want to feel a stretch in your glute on that side. So like I say, if you couldn't see it the other side, I've just realised I've got really dark clothing on again. You might want to pop yourself on a little block. Just try and sort of level the hips though. Keep your hips nice and level. Really feeling a stretch in the glutes there on that right hand side. It's a nice long spine. Watch the shoulders are not creeping up towards the ears. Of course, you don't have to be down here. You can be more up here if you want to, if that's more comfortable for you. You can be up here more. And then you can gradually sink down. See how that feels for you. Okay, lovely. Right, when you're ready, again, abdominals in a little bit, supporting you as you come out of that position. I think that's the hardest bit, is coming in and out of that position. Okay, right, from here, do a little cat stretch. Tummy in, tuck the tailbone. And then lengthen out your spine nice and long. And one more time, pulling up through the centre. And lengthening out. Right, now you're going to lay flat down on your front here. So come all the way down onto your tummy. And then you're going to bend one knee and see if you can reach back towards your foot or your ankle. If you can't, you can grab hold of a band or a towel, or just hold onto the bottom of your leggings here, or whatever you've got on, if you've got anything like that, or socks. And just reach down and rest your head down. And I want you to just push the foot more in towards the hand rather than sort of trying to really bend it up. So push the foot away from you into the hand or the towel, whatever you've got there, and allow the front of the hip to just settle into your mat. How does that feel on that side? Think about it. Breathe. We're going to compare sides in a minute, so just think about how that feels. So I'm pushing the foot into the hand more so you can feel that more of an active stretch there. Still keeping a little engagement through your centre as well. You're feeling that in the front of the thigh and in the front of the hip. Okay, right, shall we release? Compare the other side now. So let go, switch legs, switch hands. So bend the knee first, get comfortable, and then just find your way back to reach hold. So you can use a towel or a strap here if you prefer, or a band around the ankle, and just ease it in. And then just push that foot back into your hand a bit. Use the breath to calm everything down. Something feels really tight. Remember, you're just focusing, homing in on that area, and as you breathe out, just release that tension. See how it feels. Going a little bit heavier into the floor each breath. And one more deep breath in and out. And slowly release that leg off as well. Good. And then when you're ready, hands by your chest, press yourself up onto your hands and knees. And sit back again, nice and slowly. Just ease yourself back. Hips going back towards the heels. Stretch your arms out in front. Breathe. And then I want you to stretch your arms forward, and you're going to come forward again nice and slowly. Okay, and I want you to just allow the back to sink a little bit here. Just go to where is comfortable for you, and then again push back. So we're going hips back to heels, and then we're gently coming forward. Sort of ripple the spine forward and come through, and allow the back to sort of sink a little bit. Keep that moving. So this is flowing back, and then come forward. Ripple through the spine. Lengthen out, shoulders down, look forward. You can put some padding under your knees if you're struggling with the knees at all. Pad them out. Come back, hips back, and then hips come forward. Make sure you stay connected a little bit through your centre and you're not just allowing the back and the shoulders to sink. So you really need to keep that focus on allowing movement to happen, but you're not just sort of dropping into it. We're coming forward, we're rippling forward, we're coming through, and push the floor away, shoulders down, breathe, look forward. Really nice for the back. One more time, sit back. As long as you're moving in your own space that feels comfortable for you, over time your space will increase. And then just come back onto all fours. Just bring your knees in a bit more if they were a little bit further away. And then I want you to think about just pushing the hips one side. If you think of like a slow motion dog wagging his tail, and then pushing the other side, and I want you to look over that shoulder. So when you turn your hip, push your hips to the right, look right, and then hips go across, look left. And again, so you just like a little hip hitch either side. Coming through, hitch the hips. One more either side. Through. And then coming back to the centre. Sit back, take the pressure off the hands, move your wrists about. You don't have to be right back here either. You can be up here if you want to. If it's not comfortable for you to sit back, just come up a little bit. Okay, and then finally coming up, just step forward with your right foot and coming forward into a hip stretch. So right foot forward, knee above your ankle. Again, just make sure you're not sort of sinking into that lower back so much. Drive the hip forward. And then I want you to sort of pull this right hip crease back slightly so that the hips stay in line. So right foot is forward, pull that right hip crease slightly back. You can even put your hand in there to check. So you make sure you've not twisted yourself there. Here. Okay. So fingertips are going to be on the floor. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to gently walk the fingers back. And then just see if you can feel that stretch in your hamstring. And then again, come forward, roll through that front foot, bring the knee, pull that right hip crease back. And then again, sinking back. Don't lock this front knee out, make sure you go back nice and smoothly. And again, if you can't get your fingertips on the floor, you might want a block or something just to help you so that you got something to lean on. Yeah, you can use it this way. We're just going to keep moving this one more time on this side, just aware of the time. I could spend ages stretching. And then come out of that nice and smoothly, and then it's going to go to the other side. So step that left foot forward. And then just position yourself first of all. So left foot forward, just draw that left hip crease back slightly so you can make sure your pelvis is nice alignment, and you'll feel that stretch in the front of this hip. If you can't feel it, again, take that back leg further away from you a little bit. Yeah. And we're just holding here. So fingertips on the floor, kind of get used to having a block there. And then we're going to go from moving from this hip stretch, send the hip back so you feel stretch in the back of this thigh. You don't have to straighten the leg, you just go back to where it feels right for you. So as soon as you can feel that here in the back of the leg, that's enough. Roll forward again. Don't stress. We're trying to sort of mobilise and stretch here as well, so keeping good alignment. So sit back. Good, and then come forward again. So fingertips on the floor. Like I say, you could use a block, or if you've got like a little seat or something, a little stool, you could use that if you don't have any blocks. Then coming back. Just feel how that feels underneath there. And then coming forward and stay there. Very nice. Okay, come back onto your hands and knees, and when you're ready, make your way round onto your back. Last little bit now. So, slowly come round. Turn yourself over and lay down. We're going to finish on our back. What I'd just like you to do... Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting so comfortable with the pillow. So no pillow. Not just yet anyway, you can bring that in a moment. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. So start again, feet flat. I want you to come back to your bridge and see how it feels now compared to the beginning. So breathe in to prepare. So what we did at the beginning, breathe out, pelvic lift, pelvic tilt, and then slowly peel your back off the floor. Come straight into bridge. How does that feel now? And then roll down. Make sure your toes are down. So how does that feel? Does that feel much better than it did at the beginning? It should do. It should feel much smoother. See the patience, allowing the breath and allowing the body to settle into each movement. The patience pays off. If that feels better, there's your proof. Come up, squeeze the glutes here a little bit, and then roll it down. Okay, this is where you can bring your pillow in now and just relax a little bit more if you want to. And you're going to hug one of your thighs in, doesn't matter which. Slide the other leg out nice and long. Just breathing in and out. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. And again, just allow the back of the hips to settle and melt into the floor. Okay. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly extend the leg up. Don't worry about walking the hands up. I don't want you holding up here. Hold behind your thigh, shoulders down. Think of your shoulders and your neck, staying relaxed. Just straighten the leg. That will do the trick. And once your leg's been up there for a few breaths, straighten the leg out a little bit more if you can. Just breathing in and out, holding nice and still. Feeling that stretch in the back of your thigh or down here. Okay. Now I want you to slightly bend the knee, pull that thigh in towards you a little bit more. Okay, hold it here. And now see if you can keep the thigh where it is and just push the heel up. Breathe. You feel that stretching again? Slightly different area. Just keep the back of your hips really heavy into the floor. And then just relax the knee, well done. Step the foot down to the floor. And then pull the other thigh in. Let's give the other leg the same amount of love as you did on the other side. So start, straighten that left leg out. Hug this right thigh in, or whichever leg you've got hold of. I didn't say, did I? Just holding and relaxing for a moment. Settle in. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, or the nose. And then when you feel ready, you're going to do the same on this side. Extend the leg up. Don't go fully out straight away. Just extend the leg up so you can feel a little bit of tension here. Just holding behind the thigh, not behind the calf. And then again, once your leg's been up there for a few breaths, see if you can straighten the leg out a little bit more. So sending that heel up. If you feel any tension creeping in anywhere else other than the back of the thigh, remember to just sort of relax that part of the body so you're not creating all this tension everywhere. So if you feel like your shoulders are rising or your neck's tensing, just relax them. Stay in position, just breathe. Okay. Good, now bend the knee and hug the thigh in towards you a little bit more. And just take a couple of breaths in and out here, and then keep the thigh close and just extend that lower leg up. See if you can feel that stretch. And again, don't tense the shoulders, just breathe. You can feel a hip opening here as well. Can you feel that? depending on how tight your hips are. Mine are obviously quite tight. Okay, and then slowly release that foot down to the floor. Stepping both feet in, good. And then just gentle sway side to side with the knees again. Keep control through your middle though, don't just let the knees flop. Onto the other side. And again. And again, this should feel a little bit easier than it did at the beginning too. And then when you're ready, I want you to make your way all the way over onto your side. So you come up slowly, stay here, and then push yourself up into a seated position. Okay, and then I want you to just, oh, I've gone all skewiff. Righty-ho. Okay, so just sit comfortably. Again, if that means sitting on a pillow or sitting on a block for you, then that's what you do. If that helps you sort of relax a little bit, then that's fine. Okay, so you sit however you're comfortable, on a pillow, on a block, or just on the floor. Cross the legs. If you can't cross the legs, you can have the soles of the feet together, however you're comfortable, or legs out straight. Okay, and then just finally just want you to reach in up. Take it over to one side, so support your weight, stretch over. And then slowly to the other side. And then coming back through the centre, just slowly bringing yourself forward over the legs, just to where you can. Again, it doesn't mean you don't need to be like all the way flat down. Just go to where you can, that you can feel that stretch in your back and in the back of the hips and around the glute area. And then coming out of that, cross your legs the other way if your legs are crossed, and we just do the same thing again. Just walking the hands a little bit forward till you feel a stretch. Shoulders down. Okay, super. Slowly coming in, and then just sit comfortably, however is right for you. Nice deep breath in. Bring your palms together, and then bring them down to your heart center, and take a bow. Well done. I hope that feels much better in your body now and you feel a little bit looser, a little bit stretched out. Well done. Please leave in the comments below, and if you want to join into my Pilates VIP group or my hit and weight group, then please message me and I'll let you know, or you can go to my website, which is www.rsfitness.co.uk. So well done everyone. I hope you enjoyed that and have a happy Sunday. Take care.